Hi guys, we're back at it again. We're in section 11.7 today, and we're talking about house repairs and maintenance. There's not much notes for this section. Basically, why would you want to be responsible for doing the repairs for your house? Okay, first thing is it saves you money. Okay, if you absolutely can't do something, go ahead and pay someone to come in. But if you think you're capable, there's lots of YouTube videos and different things that you can use to help you learn how to repair something. It will help save you money. It gives you a sense of satisfaction to be able to do a job on your own. It makes you feel good to do it. Also, once you learn how to do something, it gives you a chance to help somebody else. Your neighbor next door might need some help. And so it gives you a great sense of accomplishment. So those might be some of the reasons why you want to tackle doing your own repairs. Okay, so we're going to get into your section here has a lot of examples. Okay, basically I'm leaving you to look through those examples and read through them. Your homework assignment will match up a lot of these examples to them, and we're going to take a look here and get right into it. So for your homework assignment, we're going to start off with problem number 1. And problem number basically 1 through 6 are the same type of problems. They're giving you a list of all the supplies that you're going to need to do some home repairs. And so basically what you're going to do is add up all the cost. They give you all that information, and that's what you need to do is simply add up the cost here. Okay, now you have to be careful because up in the instructions it says you also have to include your sales tax. Okay, and it's talking about a 5% sales tax. So what I'm going to do is I added up all the costs to get my subtotal for $27.50. Then I'm going to multiply it by 1.05. Remember, when I multiply my sales tax with a 1 in front, that actually adds the total for me. So I don't have to do a second step of finding the sales tax and then adding it when I include the 1. So once I multiply it by 1.05, I find that my total purchase for this home repair is going to be $28.88. Okay guys, 1 through 6 is that simple. Add it up, find the sales tax. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay, now we're going to get into the second section's part B here. Okay, part B you have to watch out for, okay? You need to pay attention to what type of house they're talking about in the measurements for it. They have a long introduction to it. That does not mean skip it. Actually read through the introduction and read the instructions there because they're giving you a lot of information. Okay, so we're going to look at problem number 7, which says I have house A. It's a rectangular house and it measures 48 feet by 60 feet. Now, what exactly are they asking for? That's all they tell me. Well, that's why you should have read the instructions beforehand. Okay, so basically they're talking about we need to paint this exterior of the house, okay? And a gallon covers, they tell us 380 square feet. And our walls are 9 foot tall. And the house is in the shape of an L shape. And that gives us a lot of extra information. And it talks about hip roofs and gabled roofs. I'm actually not going to have you do those problems, okay? That is getting into more details than what I want you to worry about. But we do need to be a good consumer and know how to find how much paint that I'm going to need to do on home repair. So problem number 7, the very first thing I need to do is find out what the perimeter of my house is. Okay, so they give us the measurement of the house. It's basically, this one is a rectangular house, they tell us right off. So I know that if it's 48 by 60 feet, I know that I'm going to have 2 walls that are 48 feet, and I'm going to have 2 walls that are 60. So multiply and then add your totals up, and that tells me the perimeter of my whole house is 216 feet. Okay, now what I'm going to do after I get that is I now need to find the area. Okay, and to do the area, I'm going to simply take that perimeter I just found and I'm going to multiply it by the height of my walls, which they told me was 9 feet. So once I figure that out, because we're dealing with area, I now have 1,944 feet squared. Okay, so what do I do with that total? What was that for? Well, that told me how much area needs to be covered with the paint. So now that I'm going to take that area, I'm going to go ahead now and divide it by the amount of area that my gallon of paint can cover. So I'm going to take that 1,944 and divide it by 380. Where did that number come from? It came from the instructions, okay? Remember it told me a gallon covers 380 square feet. So once I go ahead and do my division, I find out that I end up with 5.12. Okay, we can't buy 0.12 of a gallon, okay? So when we go to the store, we're going to go ahead and buy 6 gallons. Okay, with that 6 gallons, we can go from there. The problem doesn't ask us to, but we can find out how much that would cost us to paint this house, okay? If they gave us that, we would just go ahead and multiply those totals together, and that would give me a cost. Here in this problem, it told me we were only doing 1 coat of paint. What if I needed to do 2 coats of paint? Well, I would have taken this total here, and I would have multiplied it by 2. And that would have given me a larger area, and then I would have then divided it by 380. So read your problem very carefully, okay? Problem number 8, when you read through it, it talks about being an L-shaped house. They give you 2 measurements, 2 rectangles, and then they tell you it forms into this L. The big thing is draw a picture, help yourself out, okay? So it said the first rectangle was 42 by 30, okay? And then the second one was 30 by 60, okay? So once you put that together, draw some pictures to help you out. For you that are watching my video and are paying attention to things, please check this out. I do not want you to do problems 9 through 12. Save yourself some work. Some of your classmates who are refusing to watch the videos, they're going to do a lot of extra hard work that they don't have to do. So save yourself and do not do problems 9 through 12. The last thing we're going to do is look at problem number 13. Okay, problem number 13 asks us to go ahead and calculate the commercial labor cost for painting each house. Okay, so we've decided we're not doing this by ourselves. We're going to hire somebody else to do it. And so what they want us to do is to find out how much it's going to cost us to have somebody else do it. Okay, so we're going to use, it's telling us in problem 13, we're using house A, and they want it to do 2 coats. So we're going to go back and look at our answers that we got for number 7. Okay, and we're going to simply take that area that we got. Remember when I showed you this total here, the 1944, and if I wanted 2 coats, I multiply it by 2. That's exactly what I'm doing. So you're going to take 1944 and multiply it by 2 to get a grand total. Okay, you're then going to take that total, and then you're going to divide it by the area of paint coverage per hour. So in the instructions, once again, read your instructions, it says that 65 square feet can be done per hour. Okay, so you're going to take that total you just got, divide it by 65, and you're going to get a total. That's telling us how many hours we need. Okay, once you figure out how many hours you need, then you're going to multiply it by the hourly rate. And in our instructions, it says it's $36 per hour. So the last step is simply take the hours, multiply it by 36, and that gives you your cost. Okay, guys, pay attention. Once again, skip problems 15 through 17, okay? This is a shorter section. Give yourself a break here. If you have any questions, email or text me, and have a great day.